If you're coaching high school or middle school athletes how to hurdle, this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to teach you a step-by-step process to identify which athletes on your team should be hurdlers, while at the same time teaching them the fundamental skills to be great. Hi, I'm Mike Caton from Ace Method Coaching. I've noticed that there are a lot of videos out there about hurdling, but very few address the needs of a coach. So I've decided to create a video series just for you. The first step in building an elite hurdle squad is first identifying who on your team is able and willing. I've got a plan for this and I'm going to throw a lot at you, but don't worry, at the end of this video I'm going to show you how you can get a detailed description of what I'm talking about. The three features that you're looking for in these athletes is speed, athleticism, and confidence. The speed is important because it's going to help you to be a good hurdler, but it's also going to help you to get your steps, especially in the sprint hurdles. The athleticism is good because it's going to help you get over the hurdle very well in your takeoff and your landing. But the confidence is also important. You want an athlete who's not afraid to clear the hurdle. If you have somebody who's very timid and always wants to stop in front of it, it's usually or ultimately not going to work out very well. I like to start the season with what I'll call the Hurdle Introduction Day, and it's something I run all my athletes through. This is all detailed in my hurdle training plan. If you want to learn more about that, I'll leave a link in the notes below. The strategy is to gradually increase the distance and the height of the hurdles so the athletes grasp the concept that it's important to run fast and leap through the hurdles rather than slow down and jump over them. Here's a strategy I recommend. Ideally, you'll have 4 lanes of a track, 16 small hurdles, 16 medium hurdles, and 16 regular hurdles. This event is broken down into 3 phases. In phase 1, you're going to use the smaller of the hurdles. I recommend approximately a 12-inch or 30-centimeter height hurdle, something that could be knocked over easily. The first hurdle is going to go on the girls' first hurdle mark, and the remaining hurdles be spread out 36 feet or 11 meters apart. Lane 2 is similar, but hurdles 2 through 4 are spread out 38 feet or 11.5 meters apart. In lane 3, the hurdles are spread out 40 feet or about 12 meters apart, and in lane 4, the hurdles are spread out 42 feet or 13 meters apart. The athletes will stand at the starting line, no blocks are necessary. All the athletes should start in the first lane and run over the hurdles with 3 steps between each hurdle. Once they master lane 1, they graduate to lane 2, and so on. Avoid letting them do too many repetitions, as fatigue will set in and you won't get good results. Once everyone has advanced as far as they can, it's time to pause to reassess. So at this point, there's going to be some athletes who clearly aren't suited for this, and you're going to eliminate them very quickly to go on and do something else. But the rest of them could proceed on to phase 2. In phase 2, we have the identical layout, but with slightly higher hurdles, ideally 18-inch or about 45-centimeter hurdles or adjustable hurdles. The athletes will run through all the lanes, starting with lane 1, just as they did in phase 1. And again, once they're done, you're going to have some athletes who clearly aren't meant to go on, and then they'll go do some other things. But with the athletes that are still remaining and have interest in this, you can continue on to phase 3. This phase is identical to the layout and procedure as the first 2 phases, but now you're with 30-inch hurdles. Now, since the athletes haven't had any formal training in how to hurdle, a lot of them won't look very good. Just give them some basic instruction. Keep in mind that part of the goal for this phase is to weed out those athletes who are too timid for hurdling. Now, the goal here is for the girls to make it through lane 3 with the 40-foot spacing and the boys to make it through lane 4 with the 42-foot spacing. Now, this is about 2 feet short of what they're going to race with, but if you can get a beginner hurdler to do this, then you know you've got a potentially good hurdler on your hands. So at the end of this, you're going to have athletes who fall into 3 categories. The first one are those that are just not interested or not suited, and for them, you're just going to suggest another event. You're going to have some that are interested, but they couldn't reach the goal, and for them, you're going to put them in what I'll call a hurdle development group. The last group are those that actually did reach the goal, and you're going to add those to your hurdle squad. I hope this helps. If you want to get a detailed copy of what I just talked about, I also created an article version of this. I'll put a link in the notes below. And as I mentioned, this is taken right out of my hurdle training plan, which walks you step by step with all the workouts that you need for an entire season. You could also learn about that in the notes. And if you want to learn anything else about hurdling and hurdle coaching, there's other links below to great things. You can always check out my website at acemethodcoaching.com.